Hello everyone and welcome back. Now that Antorus is live, let's start breaking down the boss battles. The second boss in Antorus are the Felhounds of Sargeras. Now the first thing to note is that these Felhounds do have to be kept 40 yards apart. If they are any closer than 40 yards, they are going to enrage and inflict twice as much damage, so make sure you keep them apart. Your range group should be sitting right in between both of the bosses, and the melee should all be on the Shadow Hound, or the purple one that you see here. Now for normal mode, you are going to have 2 abilities per Hound, and those abilities are going to trigger at 33 and 100 energy. So for the Dark Hound, the ability that he triggers at 33 energy is a giant orb that targets someone that's ranged, and once this orb goes out, it will try to pull you in, and it does have its own gravity. So what you need to do is avoid being sucked into it, because if you go into its AoE, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. So run away from it, don't stand in it, and don't let it move you into the wrong position. Now at 100 energy of the Dark Felhound, what's going to happen is he's going to be doing a ton of AoE damage, and then he's also going to hand out debuffs that look like big purple circles underneath everyone, and what that does is a ton of damage, but it can be split between everyone. So once you start seeing all of these purple circles going out, all of range should collapse together, and all of the melee and the tank on that boss should also collapse together to split all that damage. Now for the Firehound, the ability that he does at 33 energy is that he will target people in the raid and shoot a line of fire at them. So these people that are targeted, as you see here, do actually just need to point this away from everyone else so that it only hits them. At 100 energy, the Firehound will do a giant AoE damage and will actually give people a debuff called Inflamed. This will make people blow up after a few seconds, so if you do get this debuff, you do have to run out from the group and explode over there by yourself and then run back in. Now what makes this fight tricky is that both of the energy meters will be going off at the same time, so you can have an overlap of mechanics. So really what you need to do, the best strategy for combos, is for all of your ranged to stack up in the middle and all of melee to stack up together at any given moment. And if anyone ever gets the fire debuff, they have to run out of the group and then run back in. But the reason you stack up is for the purple debuffs, so that you're already in position and you don't have to worry about anything. So the only people that should be running out of the group is anytime they get any of the fire abilities, be it the line or the debuff. And there is going to be some overlap where sometimes the purple debuffs are going to be handed out as well as the fire debuffs at the same time. You have to prioritize getting out of the group as opposed to splitting the damage. If you have a defensive cooldown, I highly suggest using that at that moment. And in heroic mode during this fight, each one of these hounds also gets an added ability at 66 energy. The Shadow Hound gets an ability that is also a purple swirl on the ground that needs to be split between everyone, and if it's not split, it'll cause a fear on that person that didn't split it. So what you need to do is split the duration of this fear with at least 2 other people in order to cause it to not fear anyone. And the Firehound will have another ability at 66 energy as well, where players will be stunned, thrown into the air, and they're going to throw a bunch of fire swirls on the ground. Everyone needs to dodge all of these swirls. So in terms of combinations and what to do best, just remember to stay stacked up as much as you can, and if you ever see any fire dropping on the ground, or you have the fire debuff yourself, split away from the group and don't split any of that damage. That does it for this boss strategy. Thank you all for watching, and as always, good luck out there.